Now, your most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Always, we appreciate you staying up late with us. And if you are getting up early, got to get back to work in the morning. We are going to have our top weather story is that fog, dense fog advisory. And this is any other fog. I just noted as I was driving out of Good Morning Jacksonville this morning, trying to go through downtown, it's bad enough to where you got to pump the brakes and make sure that the Main Street Bridge is actually functioning, right? What with lights and flash, it's tough to see. This is different and this is dense. So let's please keep that in mind in the morning. And I say that with all due respect because we all know how to drive here, but let's just behave ourselves as much as possible. I also want to show the temperatures because we are rather mild and we're going to stay that way here in the next couple days as we will approach the 80s. My gracious. Just to think, about a week and a half ago, we were going through hard freeze warnings. 60 at Mayport, 59 Jacksonville. These are current temperatures. When you take the temperatures and you match them up with a dew point, when those numbers are basically the same, which they are, and you get a calm wind, which it is, you get fog. And boy, is it thick, it is dense. And just looking ahead to the morning, as we get into the morning commute time, half a mile or less, when we get a quarter mile and less, that's when it's just brutally hard to see. Go through the afternoon and it will break up. It mixes out. You get the heat, you get a little bit of southerly wind, which we're anticipating. The southerly wind's what's going to warm us up. You get that going ahead of this next front, and that gets the fog out of here. But in the meantime, as all this moisture is getting pumped in through the evening, it's just the perfect recipe for really, really thick fog. Now, this is the front I'm talking about. This will be our next big weather maker, our next big weather changer, as we have tornado watches to our west. This is right up through the Dixie Alley, Louisiana, into Arkansas. And right now we have one tornado warning in the red box there near Dumas, Arkansas. Now here is the front. We're going to time it out with Futurecast. I'm going to show you a closer look as well. So we get to Wednesday. Wednesday is kind of the big change day in our next week, and with the temperatures changing as well. By Wednesday afternoon, the line has entered the First Coast, but it's a Wednesday evening type of event. Closer look for you here now on the higher resolution model. Going into Wednesday, 3:30, I say it enters the First Coast. It enters the very western edges of the First Coast. By Wednesday at 8 o'clock, the showers and storms have entered the area, thinking the severity has lessened, though we can't entirely rule out a strong thunderstorm with this. And then a second round quickly moves through with the actual front on Thursday, and that's when your temperatures change. All right, let's take a look as we wrap things up with your 7-day forecast because we put the punctuation point on Wednesday. That's kind of the semicolon of our work week when that cold front will come through and change things up, shake things up just a bit with our next best chance of rain. For Tuesday morning, remember our dense fog, near 80 degrees Tuesday, Wednesday, showers come. Then by Thursday, Friday, and into a Jaguars weekend as we think ahead to what's happening here in Duval over the weekend, cool and sunny.